Hello, all my friends. I am so excited that I get to do this video for you, even though I wish I could see you all in person. But this video is the best that we can do right now, so I'm going to do what we would normally do with our kindergartners and first graders, which is our reading enrichment activity, where we read a book and then we show you a craft that we do after that goes with the book. The craft you should be able to do at home pretty easy. I tried to grab some materials that should be easy to find at your house so that you can still do the craft at home. So before we get to reading our book, which is going to be today Eric Carle's book, The Very Busy Spider. Before we get to reading our book, I'm just going to show this egg, which a lot of my friends are familiar with, that we give out while we're reading. For some friends, we have a couple. Some of our friends who need some help, and it's better for them to focus on something while they're listening to the story. So I am going to turn this egg on. It's a little harder to see, but you can still see that the colors are going to change, just like they would if they were in your hand when we were at school. So I am going to set the egg. Where can you still see it? I say, we took a couple books out of my super full bookshelf. Perfect. And if I set the egg right there, and turn the camera, you can still see. So if you need to focus on the egg at all during the story, it's right there for you to look at, okay? All right, so we're going to read, and we are going to read Eric Carle's book, The Very Busy Spider. Okay. Early one morning, the wind blew a spider across the field. A thin, silky thread trailed from her body. The spider landed on a fence post near a farmyard and began to spin a web with her silky thread. I know you guys can't feel it or see it too well, but the spider web actually sticks up and has some texture to it, and it's also kind of like a pretty gold color. It's a little sparkly. So, "Nay, nay," said the horse. "Want to go for a ride?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Moo, moo," said the cow. "Want to eat some grass?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Baa, baa," bleated the sheep. "Want to run in the meadow?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. She's very focused. Very, very focused on getting her web done. "Ma, ma," said the goat. "Want to jump on the rocks?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Oink, oink," grunted the pig. "Want to roll in the mud?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Woof, woof," barked the dog. "Want to chase a cat?" Ooh, that's dog's favorite things to do. The spider didn't answer. Why? Because she was very busy spinning her web. She is a very busy spider. "Meow, meow," cried the cat. "Want to take a nap?" The spider didn't answer. she was very busy spinning her web. See, if you look at the picture now, it's starting to look more and more like an actual spider web, like the ones that we see outside. She's working hard, though. She's working really hard. No distractions. Quack, quack, called the duck. Want to go for a swim? The spider didn't answer. She had now finished her web. Look, she worked so hard, and she's very proud, I'm sure, of her finished product. Cock-a-doodle-doo, crowed the rooster. Crowed the rooster. Want to catch a pesky fly? And the spider caught the fly in her web, just like that. Look at that fly she caught. Now she gets to use her web. Ooh, it's nighttime now. So who comes out in the night, right? Animals that are nocturnal, like an owl. Who, asked the owl. Who built this beautiful web? The spider didn't answer. She had fallen asleep. There she is. Can you see her in the corner? She had fallen asleep. She had worked so hard. It had been a very, very busy day. The end. So this is what her web looked like when she was all finished. Or we can go back to the other picture that showed her finished web right there. Ta-da! So, now I'm going to show you guys the project that we can do, okay? That has to go with our book about a very, very busy spider. All right, so I'm sure you guys are trying hard to stay very, very busy at home, which I am too, I understand. So it's sometimes tricky when we have to stay in our house for too long when we're used to doing other things, right? So let me give you guys some maybe fun things that we can do. All right, so I'm going to show you what I did last night to give you an example of one way that you could make a spider web. I'm going to show you the one that I did last night, and then I'm going to do another one right now. So this is the spider web that I made last night. Now, I just have some basic blue construction paper, and I just used white paint. You can also use glue. Or you can use a different color of paint or a different color paper, which is exactly what I'm going to do for you today to show you that we can be creative with our spider webs too. They don't have to look exactly like real spider webs. We get to use our imaginations. So we can come up with a spider web that looks totally different. So I am going to use yellow paper today just for fun, because it's so dreary and rainy outside. So let's get some bright colors, right? I'm going to use yellow paper, and I'm going to clip it on my clipboard here so that you guys can see what I'm doing as I do it, okay? Let's see. I'm going to use one of our paint palettes from the school, but there are lots of things that you can pour some paint into, or glue, whatever you have that you can use to make your spider web. I am just going to use some, ooh, this says it's Caribbean blue, but it's just a really pretty blue. I like the color, that's why I grabbed it. So I'm going to use this color blue, but you guys can use anything, a really small bowl. I was thinking something else that would be good is like a medicine cup, you know, that you take medicine in. You can just drop a little bit of paint in there. And then what we're going to use to paint our spider web is Q-tips. Now, Q-tips, you're going to want to make sure that you grab a couple, because once you start to put paint on them, the cotton on top is going to start to pull. And when that happens, then you can switch sides. And then when the other side starts to pull, then you can grab just a new fresh Q-tip, okay? So I recommend grabbing 4 or 5 just to be safe while you do it. So, all right, let's get started. I am going to... The video made it look like I did that super fast. Okay, I am going to pour some blue paint right there. And then I am going to take this. Now another part of holding it up is that I bet some of my lines are going to do some dripping, which may be a really cool effect, and it may make it look more like a spider web, so let's see. Okay, so a lot of things I noticed about the spider web in this book. Now, you absolutely make your spider web look however you want because you get to be creative and use your imagination. But I'm going to follow a pattern that I think I saw in the book. So the first thing that the pattern does, let's see, is we just get a basic line that goes down. And then we get a line that goes across. And from here, I'm going to start drawing other lines. See, like that. And I think I'm going to do one this way. And then by the end, let's see, that kind of looks like a star, doesn't it? And that has 6 lines. So, trying to think if I should make it interesting with more lines or if we should just go ahead and work on the middle. I think it doesn't hurt to have some more lines. Let's go for more lines. I mean, she was very busy. So obviously she put lots of lines in too. So I'm just going to put a line in between all of my lines here. Now, spider webs don't always look the same. So your spider web does not have to look exactly like mine, or if you're doing this and you have a sibling at home, it doesn't have to look exactly like theirs. Lots of spider webs look different because it's not the same spider making it over and over again, right? So, and it depends on what kind of surface they're making it on. Woo! Now that we have lots of lines, and I don't know if you can see, but the cotton is starting to come off of my Q-tip. So I'm just going to turn it around, but when you turn it around, be super careful because you have paint at the bottom of the Q-tip, okay? So still be super careful, hold it like a pencil so that you, basically it's like your eraser now, like you don't want to touch it, okay? So hold it like you'd hold your pencil, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle that kind of goes in, and then from here I'm going to draw just like circles over and over again, like a big spiral. Just like she did. So in the book, she started with her lines, and then she started on her spiral. So that's how we're going to do it. Now, if you have paintbrushes at home, you can totally use a paintbrush. It'll be just as easy for you. if you use a paintbrush. I just thought I would try to do this with some Q-tips because I definitely don't have any paintbrushes at my house. Now, if I do use paintbrushes in another art lesson, it's because I cheated and I have stuff from the school. So that's the only reason. I'm actually not a very artsy person, so I don't have as many art supplies at my house that I'd like. So, and as your circle just keeps going around, Whew. I don't know how that itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. She would have been exhausted after this. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to stop mine right there. And that's going to be my spider web. All right. Now, some of you, I'm sure, can do a much better job than me when it comes to making your spider web. But this is the spider web that I made. And like I said, you can use any color paper. You can use any color paint that you want because you get to be creative. But afterwards, if I go back to my one that is dry that I made last night, if we look at this one, now that this paint is totally dry on here, I can take a black crayon or a black marker. I'm going to go with a marker, and I am going to draw my spider, which is basically just a big oval with 4 legs on each side because spiders have 8 legs. So this is something that you can draw, that you can work on. If you want to put a couple of spiders on your spider web, you can absolutely do that. Maybe you can draw your family as spiders on the spider web. That would be fun. Now, you guys know that I have a big family, that I have, of course, I'm married and my husband has 1 brother, but I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. So if I were to fill up my spider web for my family, it would be so full. I don't even think I'd have room. But if you want to add spiders to your web, you certainly can. All right, I think that's it for today. I want to thank you guys if you came and you listened and you read the book with me. I'm so excited to be able to do something with my Mac friends again. And we will read some state books on Thursday, so make sure that you are watching for that so that I can record the states that you're reading with us, and then you can come to the Mac party because I will read the books for you. So, I hope you all have a very good day. Stay safe and stay dry because it's super, super rainy outside. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!